Hi Sag, it's Amber here at Symbols for Living. Hopefully you're very well. This is your March 2019 chakra reading where I'm using the Chakra Wisdom Oracle deck for you guys and sometimes read from the book too. And I've pulled a card from each of the chakra suits that they have for each of your chakras for March 2019. I thought that it would be a nice interlude to our usual monthly love readings, as this gives us an opportunity to look at things more introspectively rather than focusing on what's going on in the outside world so much. So yes, so I'll go ahead and get started. So looking at the reading, it looks like you're dealing with issues of security, feeling secure within yourself and the decisions that you make. This could be related to rejection and other people's opinions. They seem to be factoring a lot on how you see yourself and perceive yourself, and you may feel like you for some reason owe it to somebody to be loyal, or it could be family related. You just feel like obligated here, and the reason why I say that because we've got these two cards here in your sacral and root chakra. So we've got acceptance and we've got guilt here. So we can see here that this person has like a angel halo above her head, and she's also chained, looks like possibly to the kitchen sink, and she's ironing away, and there seems to be someone in the background that doesn't seem to even be that happy. They're kind of clouded in blue, whereas you're possibly this is you in yellow. So you could be feeling like you may feel better to be doing certain things. Like there might be like a expectations or standards that you have that you are keeping to a fault. You may need to become a bit impartial. We've got the impartiality cards here for your crown chakra. So you are currently in the energy of you're definitely being offered an opportunity by spirit to go ahead and free yourself from any dogma or things that have kept you shackled, things that don't thought processes or ideas about yourself that don't allow you to move forward. You could feel like you need to do this to keep people around. You're worried about what people will say. You're worried about maybe alliances, breaking trust, and loyalty may be really important. But there may be passions that you have that you want to share with others. And maybe they don't want to hear it. Maybe they're not really as excited as you are. Sorry. I've got this card here to clarify the guilt card. Maybe others don't value what you value. So you may have different values, belief systems than others around you, and that could be tricky for you at the moment. But you're quite passionate about it, and you feel it makes you feel good. So yeah, and then we do have the joy card here for your solar plexus chakra. So sorry, forgive my nails, I'm gonna get them done. But yeah, it looks as if joy is definitely like within you. Like you may be feeling a lot of joy this month that could be related to your passions, and this may steer you towards, this may impede on your decision making, the actual feeling of joy. You may be feeling very joyful. If you change your perception, how you think may really change how you feel. faith will possibly bring you this joy. We've got here an angel, it looks like, with an owl on its head, and we've got the same thing here for your throat chakra. So yeah, faith could definitely bring you a lot of joy, and I feel will help you this month, especially in terms of receiving intuitive messages. But being impartial, as in not even kind of not being polarized yourself. So you can't, like, not being judgmental towards yourself or judgmental towards others either. That's what the impartiality card may be, like, not really taking a side, but accepting that there are no absolute truths. There is just what you know, and what you know to be true. We are always full of contradictions, and that's why it's important, I guess, for us on our spiritual journey to it's almost an act of self-compassion when we do use impartiality as well, where we're not so judgmental of ourselves or believing that only one way is right, and if we don't do things this way, then we could be rejected, or people will talk about us, or it won't be appreciated. So yeah, sorry. You basically, it says here with the impartiality card, faith, that it's not about always knowing the answers as well, that sometimes you do need to just believe in faith. So it's like you're relying a lot on what you're seeing to be the truth, and spirit is saying that it's not always what you see that is the truth. So even if, like, you're being abandoned or something is happening that you don't like in your life or not comfortable with, it's maybe not what it seems as well, and it's your faith that you need to go on, and not to kind of jump to any conclusions and to be impartial. That is definitely an opportunity for you this month, I feel, to learn more about impartiality and where you are more polarized and how that is affecting you, and possibly your self-acceptance, because you do have the acceptance card here in your root chakra, and this card tells a story about a lady who feels that something is missing in her life, but she just feels that something is missing, like the person that apparently she's dating is not being faithful to her and she's not fulfilled, but she's kind of just sticking with it through loyalty. I think it says here through trying to be a good girlfriend or whatever. And then we do have the perception card here as well for your heart chakra. So again, this does come back to kind of, with the heart chakra, self-compassion, and perception, maybe in the way again that you see things, will allow you to love yourself more and love others more, again expanding your heart chakra. Like you can love more things by changing your perception of them, and also changing your perception of what you believe to be right and wrong. You maybe need to accept that sometimes it depends how you look at it that makes something right or wrong, rather than it just being that way because other people say so. Here we have got the gossip card, which makes me feel that way. And then we've got the miracle card to clarify the joy card. So again, it's about faith, it's about believing in miracles and living in your own joy, because when you do live in your own joy, as in finding peace with things within yourself, really finding what makes you happy and kind of staying there. And really, impartiality really helps you kind of have that whole inner joy thing, because no matter how bad a day might be going, or it's like you're kind of impartial. It's kind of like you're in a neutral state, because like you always kind of find the silver lining or whatever. So again, that could also be a message here for someone. Impartiality is really going to help you this month. It's going to help you not get too upset about things and just kind of keep a level head about things. But impartiality, I think, is one of the most important aspects, I think, of spirituality and like your spiritual path, as you start to accept the whole of, like, you know, what is. Yeah. Okay, so the last card that I haven't spoke about is impartiality. So impartiality is talking what is in the position of your throat chakra. And we do have that angel again here with his hands raised again. There seems to be someone saying, you know, that like, slow down, don't jump to any conclusions again. Don't be impatient. Again, this is thought, the third eye, and the throat chakra, which is about, you know, what you say to yourself, your inner voice, and your spoken word. So yeah, this is saying here that don't jump to conclusions. Be careful what you do speak into existence as well. Have faith. There is an abundance here for you. You may not be able to see it because it may not be physical. So you may be having issues again with dealing with things that aren't physical. So for instance, you know, having faith as a reader or any sort of spiritual reader, yeah, like you need to have faith in the messages that you're receiving, and also just having kind of an inner guidance and truth system is going to be really important for you this month. But yeah, there are gifts around you. There are things being offered to you, and these things are peace and possibly like creativity, love as well. All these things are like at your disposal, but they're there, especially with joy being central here, and has come up again. This came up for Scorpio, and I think someone else. But yeah, there is a lot of joy and abundance around here for you. But it does start with you accepting, you know, if you do feel like something's missing, kind of looking at that and not ignoring it out of guilt, possibly. Guilt may be stopping your creativity. Faith will restore it. So yeah, that's the reading. I'm going to go ahead and read from the book now, see what we can see. I'm not too sure what card to pick from. Let's pick impartiality. So we've got neutrality. Embrace the spirit of universal consciousness, enlightenment, consciousness, purpose, wisdom, spirituality, unity, and expansiveness. Impartiality. I quietly listen, allowing you to color your own palette. It says, take an impartial look at your situation. The action here is to listen and observe. If I step back from my present situation, what do I see? Can I be neutral? Neutral position, allowing things to unfold, standing in another's shoes, uplifting, communication, guide, open-minded, fairness. Yeah. So yeah, it is about you kind of being impartial this month, stepping back. And again, not speaking too much, maybe, or not deciding on your ideas too much this month, and really looking at your perceptions and how your perceptions could possibly be colored or more polarized for whatever reason, probably more to do with society's views or someone else's views. This could also be pertaining to a relationship as well, where you may want this relationship to move forward, but maybe you know, maybe again there's like issues of guilt and acceptance here as well, where you may feel like you need to kind of be with this person. You may feel like you owe them something, but you may feel like the passion is kind of one-sided here as well. Again, you could be living to somebody else's standard, so they could be saying, well, I really like this, you know, I really like this in a woman or a man. And you could be kind of striving for that kind of perfection. Perfection doesn't actually exist, apparently. So it's like, again, it's like reaching for the moon here. And even Spirit is saying, okay, just like, just cool, just relax. Don't believe the hype, you know. Don't be impatient. You want expansion. You want things to move forward. But there is some healing that you may need to do here as well. So yeah, that's the reading. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please do like, share and subscribe. I'd really, truly appreciate it. Yeah, leave a comment. My details are also in the description box below. So take care and I'll see you next time. Bye.